Welcome back to pregame.tv. Saturday NHL Finals. We've got the New York Rangers, that's Ken's team, against the LA Kings. Game 2. A lot of excitement in the first game, and a lot of it very early. The New York Rangers jumped out to a quick 2-0 lead. I almost sent you a text with your Rangers. They had a chance. They could have made it 3-0, missed a golden opportunity. But lo and behold, the Kings got that next goal, cut it to 2-1, and after that, it was, it was a great hockey game.
Yeah, I didn't play it, but they had actually a first period prop up there at the Rangers at plus 125. So that would have been the only way you could have won if you bet the Rangers on the side. Looked like, for all intents and purposes, again, an over after 2-1, total of 5, but then they settled down. Once the Kings get the equalizer, you're good to go as far as a push. And that's the one thing about a 5. If you're playing the over, you're betting on, can each team get at least 2 goals? That's it. You don't need a 3 spot. It's like when we see these 6s in baseball. Can each team get to 3 or 6.5s? Can each team get to 3? You're going to win the game. So you're going to do no worse than push if each team can score 2 goals.
Yeah, your Rangers, it looked to me, and I'm not a big hockey guy, so, I'm not going to try to sit here and tell you any kind of authority. But
you're going to learn because of that Pittsburgh Penguin bet.
Yeah, I'm going to learn it's going to cost me a lot of money when we finally get to Delmonico's. Situation, it looked like the Rangers they were just the quicker team. They got off that start. Do you think it was a little bit of a hangover for the Kings having to go the 7 games?
I think the Rangers may have surprised them. Rangers have better speed, team speed all around. The Kings, they show what they can do when they're down. And 4 times now they've erased 2-goal deficits in the playoffs. I mean, that's impressive, especially what they did in Game 7 in Chicago. It's a very difficult place to win straight up. And when you fall behind 2-0 in Game 7, I mean, the odds in running, and I have no clue because I was not playing the in running then, but I'm just wondering how big a favorite the Blackhawks were Game 7 when they were up 2-0 against the Kings. Kings come back. There's no insurmountable spread there for the Kings not to be able to come back. They just feel comfortable playing from behind or even, and playing as an underdog. Now, they're in a favorites role, so a lot of people said, well, now you're the hunted, not the hunter. So, the Rangers, they played well. They had a lot of opportunities. They were outshot 40-25, but that's a little deceiving if you look at how many shots the Rangers had that just went wide. They had a lot of golden opportunities, and both teams actually did. I mean, literally, if it's not for Quick and Lundqvist, that game's a 7-5 game one way or the other.
Yeah. We've had a lot of game 7s in the hockey playoffs this year so far. Are we looking at another one with this series?
I don't know. I mean, the pressure's on the Rangers. Rangers have to win Game 2. They can ill afford to go down 2-0. They go back to the Garden. It's going to be tough for them. They're not playing that well at home. The Kings really weren't playing that well at home either. Both teams actually playing better on the road. But I don't think the way the Kings are playing right now that the Rangers will come back if they're down 0-2. To beat the Kings 4 out of 5 is going to be just about impossible. If they get the split, I think we're looking at 7 games then.
Well, you know what, then? Let's find out if they're going to get the split because this is your free play. Let's make it official.
All right, let's do it. Well, I can't help you there, Marco, on the side. I'd love to take my Rangers plus the big money. I'd like to even maybe take a shot at the Kings and minus the $1.55 or whatever it is, but I'm not going to go there. I'm going to play the over, and I know people go, what? How can you play the over with Quick and Lundqvist? But like I said, 65 shots in that game. I'm telling you, there's another 20-25 shots and another 10 good shot scoring opportunities for both teams that went wide. And again, those don't count as shots on goal. So the pace was pretty good to where you're going to have a lot of odd man rushes. You had 4 or 5 breakaways. The Rangers got their opening goal on a breakaway. And then fluky things are going to happen. I really think as good as Quick is, and again, he hasn't been like Jonathan Quick a couple years ago when they won the Stanley Cup, and as good as Lundqvist is, again, his defense, they've got burned a couple times. In fact, that's how they lost the game, was a giveaway. The Rangers make those mistakes still in their own end. I think you're going to have some giveaways, you're going to have some mistakes, and I think both teams are going to score. I think this game's going to go over the total of 5. I think you'll do no worse than a push because I think both teams will get 2 goals, and if they do that, then you can do no worse than a push. So it finished at 5 last night, but again, should have been 10, 11, 12 goals. That's how many great shot opportunities there were for both sides, and again, both teams squandered those opportunities. I think you're going to have more of the same on Saturday, and if the Rangers get behind by 2 goals, look for them to get out of that shell and really open it up, and that will play into the Kings' hands, and then you're going to have a bunch of goals. And remember, in these games, if it's 3-1, say with 3 minutes to go, you're going to have a team pull the goalie with 3 minutes to go because they don't care. It doesn't matter to them if they lose by 3 goals or 4 goals or 1 goal. They want to make sure they have an opportunity to tie it. So you'll see it in the postseason in hockey. You'll see that goalie getting pulled even with a 2-goal deficit. It doesn't have to just be a 1-goal deficit. Give me the over. I'll take it. I get a little plus money, plus 110 all the way around town here in Vegas. Maybe a little bit higher prior to game time. I know pressure's on the Rangers to win it, but right now, Marco, that's the way I'm going to lean. I'm going to go over. I really think the Kings still have a huge advantage. I'd like to see the Rangers get this one to make it an interesting series. Sure, I want the Rangers to win, but I'm a realist. This Kings team is playing so well right now with Carter and these other guys stepping up, helping Justin Williams, who got the game winner, and then Kopitar's been his usual steady self. Give me the over. That's all I can do right now because I can't pick a side. My heart wants the Rangers, but my brain says take the Kings.
All right, great stuff from Ken. We're going to come back, take a look at Sunday baseball action. We're going to go to Oakland at Baltimore. Sunday afternoon action.
I got a good tip on that game from someone.
Yeah, free pick from Ken. That's up next on pregame.tv.